Good afternoon, everybody. This is your boy Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Today is Saturday, July 18th, 2015, and we got a special little episode of the real news behind the news today. We up here at the official grand opening of Terence Vinson, Dr. Terence Vinson, who's running for state representative here in the city of Shreveport in the state of Louisiana. Now we finna go in. I'm pretty sure he's finna get ready and give his opening speech, but we gonna go in here. We gonna pause this a little bit till we get in here, and we finna hear what it is Brother Terence Vinson has to say, his ideas and what he's planning on doing for the city of Shreveport. Give us just 1 second.
The parish of Kenno, and if you who are members of the constituency of the Louisiana Legislature, District 2 in Shreveport, doing it right, he'll be a blessing to the state of Louisiana. Give that young man a hand. Dr. Vinson has been a stepping stone to education. It wasn't always easy. When he was at Northwestern, I can remember a particular confrontation he had with the administration there that we won't go into details of, where he was not at fault. The late, great Dr. Ben D. Johnson stepped forward and said, this young man is going to go through. Yeah. You should be protecting him instead of inhibiting his progress. And when Terence walked across that stage and got the specialist degree at Northwestern, I do believe the president's teeth almost fell, because he just didn't know that Brother Vinson was going to come on through. He had gotten in while the God wasn't looking. You understand? And today, we can say that he is still that energetic, well-informed, capable person who can represent you well. Terence is with you. He's for you. He's a part of you. He's your color. He's your kind. Yes, he is. And if I wanted to actually describe just how great it is, he is as a person, as a potential leader, I couldn't do so adequately, even if I had a pen made from the finest cedar of Lebanon, and a poet form from Africa's purest gold. The fathomless depth of the Atlantic Ocean is an inkwell, and the entire canopy of heaven is a writing pen. It will still not be sufficient to recognize what he is to you. Dr. Terence Vinson, legislator, state representative, District 2, Dr. Vinson.
Thank you so much, Mr. Warren. Thank you. How do I top that? How in the world do I top that? I'll tell you. Thank you all. First and foremost, thank God for this day. We're so happy. I'm reflecting when Pastor Blake went over to install Reverend Douglas. It was a little warm in there, right? But that's a good thing. Yeah. Remember back in the day when it was warm in those churches and we felt good about it. So, again, thank you all so very much for being here. I cannot express how humbling it is for you all to come today. I can't say that enough, and I'll say it 5 or 6 more times. But thank you so very much. One lesson you got to learn about me. Now, I do come from an old school Baptist background. Some of y'all have heard that. So the more you say amen, the quicker I sit down. The more you say amen, the quicker I sit down. It's been outlined that I'm a native of Shreveport, proud graduate of Booker T. Washington High School. Very proud graduate of Booker T. Washington High School. Finished my undergrad degree and went on to one of the best schools in Louisiana, Grambling State University, to get the doctorate. Currently, I work at Southern University Shreveport. That's very, very important because I want to get out the message that we have plenty of programs and services that are available to help folks in the community. So when I'm knocking on doors, I'm informing folks that if you don't have a GED, we have programs and stipends available for you. So please help me get that message out. Because we do have services that are available for people. We just need our folks to take advantage of it. Secondly, I want to highlight also, and I won't keep it long because the afternoon has been well spent and we have some food. I don't want to be the person between you and this good food we prepared. But also I worked in the state legislature for the last 4 years doing this work alongside State Representative Lieutenant Colonel Kenny Cox, who has done a wonderful job. He's a people's person. And we've been able to do many things working on equal pay for women. I should be getting an amen right now. I told you before you say amen, I sit down. Equal pay for women, and that's so very, very important. Because the women in this state get paid 67 cents on a man's dollar. But more importantly, minority women are paid 50 cents compared to a man's dollar. My mom, I was the only child of a single parent, had a village to raise me. My uncle is in here somewhere in the back. I had a whole village to raise me, but I'm the only child of a single parent, so that was very important. So if she made less, then she had less to support me on. So that's important, and many, if you think about that for our communities, that's the same in our community. We have, unfortunately, we have single parents, single mothers who are raising children. So we've been working on equal pay for women. Other things we worked on was veterans affairs, because we know that's a big problem in our state and in our nation. We was also working on minimum wage. We need to give folks a living wage. A living wage is very, very important. When I'm canvassing and I ask folks, what do you want? Health care, food stamps, and folks are telling me, hey, no, I want a job. If you give me a job with a living wage, I can buy my own food. I can afford my own health care. So that's very important that we do those things. Also, we worked on career and technical education, CTE, which is so important. I was fortunate to go to a 4-year school and graduate and do well, but also folks can go to 2-year schools and do better than I. We called the roof out to the house the other day. He was on the top of the roof for about 30 minutes. And he had his hand out and said, okay, $150. Same thing with AC Man. We called him out 30 minutes and he charged us $150. So those career and technical education 2-year programs can also be a very big asset to our communities and to our folks. So again, that's why it plugs back in to Southern University of Shreveport. I'm getting close to concluding. Also, the reason why I say that's so important is I want to put that career and technical education back in the high school. So whether they're taking dual enrollment, right now, that's right. Right now at Southern Shreveport, our dual enrollment for high school students is free of charge. So that highlights some of those services we have for students. They can begin to take those courses early on. I'm pushing for the 9th grade. So when they get out of school, high school, they have a credential with them. So if they don't want to go to college, they don't have to. They go straight to the workforce and charge me $150 for going on top of my roof. And the key to that, though, this work that I'm speaking about is so very vital. I'm not planning on picking up the torch and running with those things. But I need you. I need you. I can't win this election on my own. Aside from money, your time is more valuable also than your money in some cases. So please, this is a community headquarters. It's not Terence Vinson's headquarters. It's not about me, it's about we. So I plan on fighting for us. Again, the status quo is not going to work. The status quo must go. So we need folks who can step up and go down and fight for some of these things that we need that I just highlighted. Also, affordable health care. I'll close on that to say this. We need affordable health care in this state, bottom line. We're already paying for folks to go to the emergency room and so forth. So affordable health care was a way to help us with the budget. As we all know, the budget was the problem, okay? So I'm willing to go down and fight for those things, fight for you. Again, the status quo must go. And it's not about me, it's about me. In closing, just a couple more things. The criminal justice system is a problem. Mandatory minimums, things like that hurts us. One thing for felons, persons were asked, I was at a meeting and they asked another gentleman, what would you do, he had a law background as well. What would you do for persons who are felons? How would you help them? Well, the first thing I want to do in this state is to remove that felony checkbox. That's one way we can have some inroad and begin to make inroads so you don't get the application thrown out immediately just because I check a box. So things like that are very, very important. We need to help them just get in the door. Also, we need to finish I-49. We need to finish I-49. I'm attending a meeting, I think in August the 6th or something like that, meeting about I-49. The key to I-49 is we have I-10 at the southern part of the state. We have El Camino Royale, called Highway 6 in the central part of the state that's going to come through. We have I-20 at the northern part of the state, but we need 49 to connect all of those. The key to that is it creates commerce. It creates commerce. But we need to finish I-49 thinking about our communities. We don't need to tear up our communities just to bring a highway through. Let's look at this and and somebody knows the answer. Somebody knows where I-49 is going to go through. When I'm elected, I'll definitely find out and I won't hide it from the people. In closing, again, I can't do it alone. I can't vote for myself 10,000 times. If I could, you know I would. But I can't. So I need you. I need your time. I need your effort. Again, this headquarters is for you. Stop by, get you something to eat, get you some coffee, get some water. Come wait in here if you're waiting at the bus stop. So this place is for you. Together we can. Together we can change the outlook of this district. Together we can change the outlook of this city. Together we can change the outlook of this state. And together we can change the outlook of this nation. So thank you so very much. I can't thank you enough for coming. It's just so deep in me that I can't say thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, come anytime. I'm the man to go down to fight for you. I'm accessible. A number I want to hand out, 318-317-6968. 318-317-6968. Call us anytime. I'll help you with any problem you have and give it my best to try to help you out within due bounds. I'll definitely do that. Again, thank you so very much for coming. Please enjoy the good ribs and chicken and all that we have for you. All right. Thank you so very much.
There you have it.
Now, we've heard from the candidate, but I know there's some constituents here who may want to ask some questions, have some concerns, and we would like to acknowledge you. If you've got a question or concern while we have the candidate on the spot, would you raise your hand and just ask it, if you will? Any questions from the crowd? Concern? Yes, sir.
Man, that's a great question. My folks from Booker Washington understand, even when I was in school, we had career and technical education. A big problem I found out is on Union, they moved it to on Union Street, right? Well, some of our students, many of our students don't even qualify to go on Union Street. So that's the number one thing. I think that's a huge problem. It started in our communities. They've taken it out. Now we can't even go over there. So that's a big problem. So the reason why I highlighted that is many of these programs, many of these classes are already in high school. Yeah. We simply need to put in the partnership to allow students to get their credit on the college level. Yeah. So they're already implemented. We just need to do the articulation agreement, which we're working very, very hard on with the program called Jumpstart now. That's a new state initiative to start it in the 9th grade, because that's the only way you'll have enough time for them to hopefully get a credential. Great question, though. Great question. I appreciate that. One other thing I want to